All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless me here talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. Or should I say Reelz, like the Reelz channel? Wolfgang Van Halen is really mad. And by the way, I would say justifiably so this time. You know, I've critiqued Wolfie when he's engaged with the trolls over on Twitter. You know, I had this little presence over on Twitter just in case somebody said something, I could actually go and look at the tweet, you know, follow a couple of people. And then I decided not to do it anymore because as soon as you do it, you know, I could be some unknown person and I may go back and have some mystery identity, right? So I can see what's going on. But according to Elon Musk, who is, I guess, still trying to purchase Twitter, 70% of it or something is AI, a bunch of bots. And what it does is it tries to attack people and demoralize people. And the other thing it does is it just uses, you know, talking points to persuade people to think a certain way. As one person said, that's not a company. That's like an arm of the CIA or something. It's just designed to influence and to hurt and to, you know, scar people. And, you know, again, back in 2017, I was on their full strength and man, was that a bad place to be. I mean, the things that they say, it's creative, like destruction. That's what they do. It's very creative what they do. The level of negativity is so creative. And to this day, there were statements made about me that I think about, and I'm sure people who did this take pleasure in knowing that those statements still stick with me to this day. Negative is so much stronger than positive. So in the case of Wolfie, my advice would be don't engage with the trolls, don't engage with the AI bots over there, and your life might be better, but he has decided that's what he's going to do. But in this particular case, with this documentary about his late father, I think he's got a point. They've got this documentary series actually called Autopsy, The Last Hours of Eddie Van Halen. The show will discuss the death of Eddie Van Halen, which, of course, is Wolfgang's dad and Valerie Bertinelli's ex-husband. Now, the reason Valerie Bertinelli is in on this is because she is also rather angry at this Reelz channel. Wolfgang took to Twitter and he said, F the Reelz channel, F everyone that works on this show, and F you if you watch it. That's a rather explicit tweet. And there is a link to the tweet, which again, I will not be able to go to since I don't currently reside. I think you can still look at the tweet if you don't belong to Twitter, if you're not a member of Twitter. Anyway, he continued, effing disgusting, trying to glamorize someone's death from cancer. Yeah, I would agree with that. Pathetic and heartless. Under his tweet, Mom Valerie replied, good Christ, this is disgusting. Now, I'm not trying to take the Lord's name in vain there. Most of the time, people would say, good Lord, but she decided to say Christ instead. Anyway, it says under here that that Bertinelli and Eddie were married from 1981 to 2007. No mention of Janie, who was Ed's wife at the time of his passing. Really strange. Not going to go down that road anymore. I've been told it's grief shaming to go after Valerie Bertinelli. Look, Valerie Bertinelli and Wolfie have a point here. So I think this is in poor taste. And did you think that maybe you could have gotten permission from some people? You probably wouldn't have gotten the permission. So I guess That's probably why they just went around both Wolf and Valerie. Reelz released a statement, though, on Thursday that, while not naming Eddie Van Halen specifically, alluded to the controversy in a roundabout way. They say Autopsy, the last hours of, responsibly explores the circumstances of the passing of well-known and genuinely loved celebrities who the public cares about immensely. The statement began, it goes on, the Reelz series generates much feedback from our viewers, ranging from medical professionals who praise its scientific accuracy, fans who tell us it provides closure or that they have become more proactive for the benefit of their own health, and many who gain helpful perspective of health issues that might not otherwise receive attention. In backing up its defense, Reelz mentioned the passings of certain celebs who suffered from major health issues, including Karen Carpenter, who brought anorexia into the public consciousness, Prince, whose passing focused attention on the opioid epidemic, and Luke Perry, whose passing renewed attention to strokes that affect people of all ages. I wonder if they'll do one about Bob Saget. Remember what happened to Bob Saget? I covered it here a little bit. Anyway, they go on to talk about the details in Eddie's life, like what led to this. If caught early, Eddie's disease had reasonable survival rates. So what exactly happened? This description asked. Fans also virtually shook their heads at the show, tweeting their disgust and contempt for the upcoming episode. These are what fans said. I refuse to watch. There's not an ounce of substance to any of that programming. It's only meant to sensationalize the negative, to sell advertising. Wonder if I'm sure big pharmaceutical companies advertise on this show. One person wrote, hard pass. If you have an ounce of decency, you will cancel this program. Please let EVH rest in peace. This is all private to his family and should not be known publicly. Another chimed in. Now, here's what I would say about a possible documentary about Eddie Van Halen. First, it should have the blessing or blessings of everybody involved here, including Wolfgang and Valerie Bertinelli, and possibly widow Janie Van Halen, right? Possibly, maybe, to include her somewhere in this. I'm just thinking, it's just one of those, like, you think out loud and you say, who isn't really involved in this? Now, I've heard some weird stuff at the end of Eddie's life. I don't know if any of it's true, so I'm not going to speculate here because that would be mindless sensationalism, and I'm not going to do that because Reelz is apparently doing it here. But it probably would be a service to his fans if you did a documentary that was approved by the family and that had relevant information about Ed and about, the end of his life, because that did happen suddenly and it freaked people out because we didn't know anything about it. And it's all because Van Halen as a corporation doesn't tell anyone anything. And maybe it's probably the right thing to do in the case of someone's death. So if, Wolf and Valerie or whoever wanted Alex, maybe include Alex in on this, right? If they wanted to tell a story, a positive story about the life of Eddie Van Halen, and you could have all kinds of testimonies, probably from other rock musicians, I think that would be good. As far as dying of cancer and how he got the cancer, I think most of us understand how that all went down. And so I don't know, is this beneficial? Is this helpful? Probably not. And it is probably just to make a lot of money and sell a lot of big pharma advertising. But hey, the medical industrial complex, this is what they do. And this will probably get people to buy certain medications that are supposed to cure this and help with that. I don't know. I just don't know. All I do know is that I think Wolf and Valerie Bertinelli have a point here, and they're justifiably angry, as most human beings would be, especially if this was done without their consent, which obviously it appears that's what happened here. So yeah, I don't know much about the Reelz channel. It's another one of those channels. If you have a cable package, I think it's on there. I don't have cable. I rely on Roku, which, you know, you pick and choose what you want, which I think is a way better way to do TV, but a lot of people still do cable, and Reelz, I think, is one of those things. And I think you have to pay for it, although it might be included in your cable package. Again, I don't know, but it's easily avoidable. You don't, just like me, if you don't want to watch me, I'm easily avoidable. You don't have to click on the RMO channel and watch the videos, right? Just like, you know, on social media, you know, if you don't like somebody, why are you harassing them constantly? Because you don't like them and you want to get under their skin. And obviously, Wolfgang Van Halen likes to engage this way, and he's going to stick up for the memory of his father, and he's going to try to, you know, keep the fence up around this situation. And on this one, I really don't blame him. I just don't blame him at all. Valerie Bertinelli, you know, I don't know. I guess it's because she's his mother, and now they're kind of sticking together with this, you know, standing up for Ed. And I guess that's all right too. That's fine. So yeah, the Reelz channel, not so Reelz, right? Not so Reelz. All right, I'm done. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Patreon, just $1 a month. We got a new month here, so we need some new patrons. We always have turnover because those payments go through and people go, crap, I can't subscribe to this anymore. You know, I got to pay the electric bill and I just don't have enough money. I'm only asking for $1, right? So if you have a disposable buck that you can part with each month, you know, if you're going to skip the 7-Eleven, you know, because everything in 7-Eleven now is going to cost you like $5 or whatever, because everything is through the roof. See, I'm not asking you for more than $1. I could say because of inflation, I need like $1.50 or at least $2, right? But I'm good with $1 a month. Like I say, if 10% of the subscribers gave $1 a month, I would not be bugging anybody for money, but it's what everybody does who has a channel, and Patreon is the place to go. So I appreciate your support, those of you who do, those of you who at least watch the videos and put them on repeat play and subscribe to the channel. That's about as much as I can really ask for or hope for, right? All right. I won't see you on Twitter. Have a great day.